Hey guys, I was showing you this earlier. This is my site. It's based off the SoundCloud API, so should be clever. I named the site Nimbostratus Noise Player, since Nimbostratus is a type of cloud and noise is a type of sound. You get it. Anyway, the search feature works. You can search for anything and it'll pull the results from the SoundCloud API, which seems to work pretty good. I've made the site pretty responsive. I even added a media query so that once it gets to a mobile size, because the background image takes up more space, this text right here changes from blue to black, so it shows up. That was another thing that I did was I created this. Just to go over to my my code here. So of course we called out the elements up here, and I have a function called search tracks, and search tracks is a function that that function is set to the submit button on click. So when somebody clicks that button, it initiates this function, which takes the value of the input and then takes the fetches the SoundCloud API, and then down here it populates it using the .map method, and then renders the results. And of course that's linked up to this here, bands on my HTML. And then the code right here is for the dynamically created, let's see, got too many things open here. That's for the dynamically created text here. So if I search for bone or whatever, it puts that up here. It basically says that whatever the search results are, it's going to put show results for plus whatever the search results are, and it puts it in this dynamically created div, which I made an empty div here somewhere in here, I believe, below the media player called searched, and so it's appended to use the append child method to append it to that element, so it ends up nesting there right below that element whenever it's searched for. So I thought that was a nice feature, because sometimes down here you can't really tell exactly what it is that you searched for. So I thought that was a nice feature for user experience. And of course the responsiveness for a mobile or tablet is pretty nice as well. This is the first time I've used the z-index a lot, but I used the z-index for this element right here. And it's on a much higher z-index than everything else, so it actually is just floating in the middle of the page. But I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see if I can find it here. Where is that? So let's see. Well, wherever it is, obviously I can't even find where it is now. But, oh wait, here we go. So the header text, I had to put a margin bottom of 86 viewport height and then a margin top of 9 viewport height. And it was just a lot of messing around, because really it's just floating on top of the entire page. So I had to figure out what the right number was so that it would look like it was supposed to be in the middle of that header. But of course it floats around a little bit, but stays for the most part pretty much in that header, which I thought was good. Anyway, so the last little bit of it is to get the audio button to work. What I've heard everybody else doing so far is actually whenever the track is played, they're just kind of replacing that audio bar with a dynamically created audio bar that just plays automatically. So I may go that route because that seems to be what works best for everybody here. If anybody else has done this and has any good ideas that seem to work, feel free to reach out to me in the next little bit. Otherwise, yeah, if you have any other feedback, feel free to share it. Thanks a lot for watching.